Previously,
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned.
Gale
and its
has been
sap
handled.
sucked from.
Will fell in the goblin attack. Arabella received appropriate punishment. So if you missed the last episode, it was at this moment we fucked up. We thought we were taking a little spear to torture the man, but we were stealing.
You can find a way some
That's some
guards would
classic
appreciate your
RPG.
generosity,
Definitely
but
reminds me
not
of like
this one.
Oblivion.
This one prefers
We're fucked up,
old-fashioned justice.
and we're gonna have to deal with it. And this guy will not take a bribe or anything. We are going straight to jail. So I muck around here, figuring out my escape. Unfortunately, and we'll see it later, that this hole is still blocked,
Escape, it seems.
even after I remove this guy's corpse. And we start looking at other ways to get out.
Perhaps you can escape where he
But
failed.
it all goes to shit. And this is exactly the kind of thing I wanted a, a no save scum, no redo kind of playthrough for. Because this game like doesn't have fail states. Like you can just fuck up and keep going. Which I think is awesome in a game. Something that makes like New Vegas an amazing game is that the world can just adapt to people being dead and not around. And here he comes.
An act of vandalism has taken place.
I probably should have looked at the color of the text on some of these items, but I did not, and now we are in the worst possible position. This isn't like the hardest fight in Act 1, but it can be pretty rough. There's two guys that run to the exit to call in more guards, and I think if they get out there, that will permanently mark me as an enemy to the goblins, and I was hoping to side with them. And if I can get out of this, then I still will, but if I can't, then that's that. We're kind of fucking around here, and this whole person's not the best option. This is the beauty of the Tempest Sorcerer. Fly out of the range, don't get hit with the reaction to opportunity attack, and so that's nice. But things are going to shit quickly. There's no way I, on my own, can win this. So I eventually get the idea that I can bring my party in and clear from the back of the room, because outside, the goblins aren't my enemy. It's just on my main character, and it's only in that room. So if I can get there quickly and kill the guys running and then everyone else, I'm saved. And it is the added benefit of getting Halsin out of jail. Now, my other point of contention for really needing to win this fight and not make an enemy of the goblins is I haven't unlocked the Underdark waypoint teleport yet. And I think that's an essential thing to do almost as soon as possible, because it's safe to get to, and it's a very important place to get to. There's some great gear down there, and locking yourself out because you started to shoot the goblins before you were ready is a disastrous thing. So I've got a lot on the line here as well as my life. Even if I'd rather just die than not have that waypoint, because it would be quicker to do everything again. But things turned out alright pretty quickly. I'm probably not going to show this whole fight, but this fight does illustrate just how ridiculously strong druids are early game. And I know Halsin's a meme-made character, but the man does not die. He does not take damage. If you are planning on killing the goblin leaders, he is ridiculously good to have. And the other trick to them though is getting the spiders out of the pit below, just behind gut. That can be a really good trick too. As for killing those guys was certainly a thing I struggled my first time on Tactician. But I eventually get my gear back, and I'm chilling now. There's that guy there I just ice spiked. He ends up having ridiculously good luck on not getting hit with like 40% chances. So that goes on for a while, but I think it's clear to see at this point that I've won this fight, so I'll skip to the end now. So now that all that is over, I get some good information from Halson about the Underdark and the mountain pass and getting to the Moonrise Tower.
Let's go to the shadow.
But fortunately for him, his team just tried to kill us, so he's going to pay for that. I don't know why it bugged out like this, but I was ready for a fight. Obviously I can't go back to a quick save beforehand, and I wasn't going to reload that to make sure I get the fight right. So I finished the job here. But I'm just glad to be out of prison. I think I've earned my freedom. I actually wrapped up the owlbear and the ancient tomb at the start of the game. That withers is it, but I didn't think it was really important content, so I've skipped this. This is the paladins of Tyr, the ones hunting for Karlach. I've come here to steal from them. Now I'm probably going to kill them eventually, so I don't care if I fuck it up. I'd rather not. But when shopkeepers die, they tend to drop, well, all their gold disappears. So ideally you can steal it beforehand. But rolling an 18 is a bit high, so I'm going to leave that for later. My next real goal is to do the gnolls and get the flail of Yinogu. I think it's a really good mace. But I am definitely not out of the woods yet, as this encounter will show us. So I think I've got some good cheese tactic here. I'm just gonna stealth attack them, and I'm gonna be chilling. But it does not go to plan. So I figured that's the one that usually runs up the cliff, but it's actually the one that's walking away from me right now. Now I'm in combat with 4 of them. Fortunately, it's just the Starian in combat with them. And I'm thinking, I can't get through them in time to stop them from going to the other pack of gnolls and making it a very, very difficult fight. So I go the long way around. After running the rest of my gang from the blighted village, I send Lae'zel on a bit of a stealth mission to assassinate this gnoll snitch. And as is par for the course, this also does not go to plan. I mean, it's definitely could have gone worse, but not to plan. And I think I might be playing a little bit overly cautious. But yeah, this is not a fight I want to take. Fortunately, Lae'zel can jump really fucking far, and I'm going to take advantage of that. Now this is a strategy I'm going to try not to employ too often, if I can help it. And there's some cases where you can't do it, but So Astarion can run 9 meters, and you need to be 27 meters away to flee combat. Now, he has a dash as a bonus action. He also has a dash as a regular action.
Where's it running off to?
And so each one gives you 9 meters. Very handy, cool trick, but I think if I do that all the time, it'd be like hard to die, right? Like,
Gnolls are everywhere.
definitely gonna use it sparingly, and I'd rather fight my way out.